All right, Lisa. So last time we talked about your brother, your older brother, and how he kind of controls your life. Do you think you could elaborate on that a little more?
I wouldn't say he's controlling,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's just his way of protecting me since I am his only sister.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to other people, like outside of the family, it can seem controlling because he gives me, even though I'm over 18, he still gives me a certain time to be home, or he makes sure that my grades and everything are up. If it's not, he does give me like incentives.
So he kind of plays that parent role a little bit.
Yeah, he basically plays the parent role
Uh-huh.
since both my parents are working.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a protection for him.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So do you feel like he sometimes can be overprotective and he doesn't realize that?
yes.
Okay.
I think it's because we both grew up in different environments.
Mm-hmm.
He grew up in Vietnam, and of course, customs and everything. But over here, I was born here, so I have a mixture of my Cambodian lifestyle as well as my American lifestyle.
So they're kind of conflicting with the family a little bit because you want to be an American girl, but also their Asian culture is kind of conflicting with what American girls do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying I want to be full American because I know I'm not, and I love my culture and everything, and I know the way I grew up. I should be a good Cambodian girl, but again, there are things that I want to do with my American friends, stay out past a certain time or something, try to, be relaxed and not go by so many house rules or rules that I need to go by. But because, that's not my culture.
So do you feel like he suffocates you sometimes, or he pisses you off and that kind of stuff?
I wouldn't say I'm suffocating. Because I do appreciate the things he does for me. I do feel sometimes trapped because I have him, and then I'm usually stressed out with other stuff. So to have him on top of that, it does make me feel trapped. But other than that, he does tell me things that basically makes me want to pursue my dreams even more. So he sometimes is a drive.
So,
Yes.
so I'm gonna make sure I'm getting this right. So even though he can be sometimes overbearing and maybe a little too much in your life, you were really appreciative of what he does to you and for you?
Yes.
Okay. And so, can you elaborate a little bit more on stuff that he does to make you mad or annoy you?
Probably with schoolwork,
Mm-hmm.
he'll basically, remind me to do certain things before it's too late. Even though, it's good to be reminded.
So he just nags you about stuff?
That's the word for it. He nags me about stuff. And then, you know how when people give lectures, to discipline their children, he will give me lectures through text messages. So that's kind of annoying because I would have to constantly look at my phone when I'm busy with something else.
So he's one of those brothers that are constantly making sure where are you at?
Yeah.
What are you doing, those kind of things?
I mean, as long as if I tell him beforehand, he's fine with it. But if I don't, he will try to check up on me. What really annoys me the most is I'm a really bad texter. So if I don't hear or see my phone because I'm busy with something else, I won't text that person back until later.
Okay.
His thing is he expects me to text him back as soon as I see the message. but sometimes there are things that prohibits me to see the messages.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't understand the fact that, there are some things, even though he says it only takes 1 minute, well, I can't really look at a phone in a movie theater,
Yeah.
So,
So, have you confronted him about these issues, or are you afraid to confront him?
I tried to confront him, but it doesn't get to he doesn't listen.
Okay.
And then again, with our culture, it's not common for the younger siblings to confront older siblings about like certain things they do. Because even if I do try to confront him, he will just give me another lecture and he just doesn't get the fact on my feelings.
Okay.
All he cares about is his, which frustrates me even more because he doesn't look at the other, side of it.
Okay, so what you're saying is that your brother, even though he's very loving and caring, he can piss you off sometimes.
Yeah, but isn't that normal and everything?
Yeah.